Welcome back, everybody. This is Razakius, and we are playing Hearts of Iron 4. We are playing as South Africa. There's a few achievements with South Africa, if I can say it right, that I want to get. We're not going to be able to do them all in one playthrough, but we should get a good start on them at least. Let's get stuff building right away. We're going to go ahead and put a civilian factory down. And we need to start our national focus. We're going to start with Abandoned Westminster. We're going to try to break out. And let's put our research. We only have 2 research technologies. We're going to put it on construction for one. And on the other, we're going to use electronic mechanized engineering. This is going to be super difficult. We only have 4 provinces. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you saw, we only have two researches to start out. Hopefully we'll get through that pretty quickly up to 3. But to start, we're at 2. We are a subordinate of United Kingdom. We also have some national spirit traits that are pretty harsh on us. I'm not going to pronounce that, but it gives us a little bit of a daily fascism support, which is good. We're going to be starting out trying to go to fascism, so that'll help. But it also gives us negative to factory and dockyard output, which is pretty harsh. And then this one is really bad. It decreases our recruitable population factor, and you can see we only have 31,000 people to start. That's not a whole lot for us to work with. Our ultimate goal is to come up here and take over Jerusalem, which means we're going to have to fight Great Britain for that. We're going to have to break off from them. And that'll get us a few... There's a few other achievements along the way, one of which is to get a whole bunch of civilian factories in Transvaal, so that's going to be one of our focuses as well. Let's go ahead and start out and get these troops all under a general. I might want to change that at some point, but for now that's going to be fine. And we're going to put these along this edge. I think it might be a good idea for us to go after Portugal early on to get, well, early. We have to break off from the United Kingdom before we can start going to war with anybody. But if we can go after Portugal, we should be able to get some more production, which is good. We need more production. So we got that going. Let's take a look at what else we have. We only have 1 military factory and no naval dockyards to work with. We're going to keep that one military factory on the infantry equipment because there's not a whole lot we can do elsewise. And I think there is one weirdness with our troops. And that is we have district force and a district brigade. And the force has 6 infantry in it. The brigade has 3. And what we're going to want to do right away is switch them all so that they are all part of the force. So change division template, and we're going to change them to force. And yeah, that's going to increase our manpower and infantry equipment. So that's going to take a lot of our people right away. And let us, so we don't get confused later, we're just going to delete the district's brigade. We have no reason to have it. And there we go. And you'll see we're already down to 22,000 people left that we can recruit. It's going to be pretty harsh here. And we are going super fast already. Let's go ahead and go to National Spirit. So the tree that we're going to go down is the fascist tree, because it's a little there's a achievement for going down fascism, and there's another achievement for going down communism for South Africa. So we can't do them both, And from what I've heard, the fascism one is a little bit easier than the communism one. And I think South Africa is going to be difficult in the first place, so I don't want to start out going too difficultly. So, let's go ahead and get the support, whatever that is, to start getting some fascism. Support, modify. Yep, so that'll give us some extra fascism. And we already got engineering done. I think we're going to continue up with the engineering. Extra bonuses to research is going to be very helpful for us. There's 2 Portugal divisions already sitting over there. That's kind of strange. Not sure why they're there. I don't appreciate their presence. Yeah, it's kind of weird. There's not a whole lot we can do early on in this game, so we're going to be speeding a lot to try to get through this early game because it's pretty slow going early on. I think the first thing we're going to do is for this is create the Silent Orc Horse. Now, I could go to the free... Well, maybe for the research time, it might be worth going to free trade. That research time is pretty nice. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that once we get it, and we're almost there here. And Rhineland has been remilitarized. There we go. So if we switch over to free trade, we'll get a bunch of bonuses. I think that's going to be worth it overall. Let's go ahead, slow down a little bit here while we figure out where we want to go next. We can either go here, start expanding everything. So the Civil War in Spain has started. Or we can come down here and get ready to go to South Africa first. I think we're going to go into South African Railways first and start along the way of getting our infrastructure up and running. We do want to get pretty quickly, we want to get freed before World War II starts, because once World War II starts, we will get dragged into that war, and we don't want to. We want to be against the United Kingdom, and if we don't break off from them, they will drag us into the war on their side, and that will be pretty much end of game for us. Let's go back to speeding up. So I think that might actually be one of the top things that I do. So in the meantime, I think, I mean, we have a little bit of time, so I want to get down at least to get the extra research slot. In the meantime, what we want to do is we want to get all the bonuses that we can out of the Commonwealth that we can get. So if you'll see, we already have a 50% bonus here from being in the Commonwealth, which is great. It means 53 days to get basic machine tools. That's going to save us a lot of time later on. It kind of pays off for the fact that we only have 2 research slots, that we can get those 50% bonuses. And hopefully we can continue on the route of using all those bonuses while we can. But we do want to get freed eventually. That's a big deal. So Italy has not finished off Ethiopia yet. I feel like the Spanish Civil War started early this time. I feel like usually Ethiopia dies before then, and this time it didn't. Leadership purges in the Soviet Union. And we finally took Ethiopia. And we are well underway. We're down to 7%. So what we want to do here... Just a second. We're going to pause for a second because I'm not sure We could get the 50% construction bonus, but we're at 1936 already. If we can get this one naturally and then jump to that one, I think that'll benefit us better. So, for the national focus, I think we're going to go with expanding the mining industry right away. That'll give us a bonus for excavation, but it'll also give us civilian factories, which is great. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to start with. There we go. So we're at 85 political power. The Olympic Games have concluded. That means almost nothing to us. It's just a little bit of fluff. We have 30 fighters. We are going to need more military factories sooner than later. Basic machine tools is finished. That went really fast because of our bonus, which is wonderful. So we get a 10% bonus for going to concentrated industry, but I do like dispersed industry. Are there any other decent bonuses that we could get right away? This one's okay. I think we're gonna just take the dispersed industry and get that started. We really need the extra slots. We don't have a ton of slots to work with, so we need all the slots we can get. We only see we're already capped here. This one doesn't have any slots that we can put in, and we only have a few left here. So we're gonna work through these pretty quickly, and we should actually get a backup started because we're almost done with the first one. There we go. Now, I did do a brief playthrough of this just to kind of test it out. I didn't actually get any achievements. I just started it out. I wanted to get a sense of how the trees worked and which was the best path to go down on the trees. So I'm not going in this completely blind, but we still need to get those achievements. Last time I went through, we were all full up, basically, and I was building infrastructure because I had nothing else really to build. This time we'll see if that happens again, or if I can manage it better. I'm not sure if I was managing it badly, or what was the deal with that. But we don't really have a lot to choose from, and that's pretty much what's going on. So we're at positive for everything. Did we go free trade? Yes, we did. We went free trade right away, so that'll make all the building go faster. And we're going to go with the silent workhorse this time to get the political power gain. I think that's more important for us right now. And, you know, we actually don't necessarily need to turn fascist right away. We can, I believe, go down this tree without being completely fascist. So expand the mining industry has completed. Let's try to get that research as fast as possible. So we're gonna forego heavy industry for now. Actually, yeah. Wait, let's look at the tree. I want to see where we're at. We wanna, yeah, because we want to make sure that we don't select construction 2 with that slot. So we're going to go ahead with infrastructure. That gives us 3 infrastructure in Natal. That's good. And we have our silent workhorse getting us extra political power. He gives us a negative to... Infrastructure. Okay, whatever. Okay. Let's speed up a little bit more. Alright, national computing is done. That's great. What can we get? So we can do excavation at 50%. Do we have anything else that will need pretty quickly. I think we're going to go with the Destroyer 2 right away and get that 10% bonus. It's a little bit fast for that, but now since we're not actually building any ships yet, it'll be good that we won't waste any shipbuilding on Destroyer 1s once we start going that route. I like destroyers. They're cheap on resources. They're pretty fast to build, and they can get submarines and battleships. They die pretty quickly, but it's not that big of a deal when they create so fast. So, do we want to go military right away? We're going to have 9 at the end of this. I think we're going to... Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and throw a military factory there in Natal. Or, that's Cape, sorry. And now Natal has 80% as well. And let's continue down. Do we want military factories or added steel? Let's get the added steel right now. I mean, we need those military factories too, but we can get that later. The steel is kind of important because that'll help us continue up building everything. And it's not a small amount of steel. I think it gave us 12 or 14. That's a pretty good chunk. Anything interesting happening? Let's take a look at Spain. It's chugging along. They haven't really gotten any major cities yet, so it's going kind of slowly, actually. Nothing else interesting happening on the map. It is only 1937. Oh, we have another modified government thing coming. So let's go ahead and take the civilian factory bonus. Get building faster and faster. That's always our early goal. Dispersed industry is done, so we want to go ahead and start the construction too. And now I might switch over and take that construction, the infrastructure bonus. Because now we'll get a 50% bonus and we can speed up through, go ahead of time on construction, which will be good for us. So let's go ahead and do that. That's going to be heavy engineering. Start that. Where else do we want to go after this? I guess we can't do this until we do armament effort. So expand the mines. I think that'll be good. And then we'll go straight into that, and then we can start down and become South Africa first. We need to keep a close eye on the world tension because we really need to get everything done and get free before World War II starts. That's very, very important for us. I cannot stress it enough. So we could take the bonus here. I think I'm just going to continue up dispersed industry for now. We're going to let the bonuses stack a little bit. It's kind of what we're doing right there. Because if I wait a little bit more, we're going to get another bonus, and that's great. So, Cape is building a military factory. We're only at 8, actually. We're going to go ahead and build a civilian factory in Transvaal since we have the slot. That's going to be good. And like I said, Transvaal, there is an achievement. I can't remember how many we need, but it's something like 12 civilian factories within Transvaal, and we'll get an achievement. And this will put us up to 8, which is great. So anytime we have a slot for a civilian, Transvaal is going to get it, if we can. Soviet withdrawal. After a buildup of Japanese forces in Manchuria, the Soviet Union appears to have unexpectedly withdrawn. It's kind of interesting. Is that this area? Alright, so heavy engineering is complete. We're going to go with the Rand mines. And we have another modified government already. We're going to go ahead and take industrial concern. That'll increase or decrease the research time of all the constructions. I like doing that. It's my favorite one. It probably would be better if I went the scientific route because that gives us all the bonuses. So if we go over here, the construction one gives us... Oh, the industry one gives us... Maybe that's not worth doing, because I think it only does this line, now that I think about it. Whereas the electronics gives you both sides of this, which would mean you're going up the... not only this faster, you're going up this the radar faster. Well, we'll think about that for future times. Look at this, we're at 100% on improved machine tools now. See, that's what I mean by, like, waiting is so worthwhile in this game. Although, wait, that's 100% with my bonus. We don't want to use that. We want to go ahead of time on construction instead. That would be silly. We're 31 days away. I think this is a good time to cut out. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to like and subscribe and come back next time. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.